All right, so Thomas Sosa has a great question today, and it's on Amazon suspensions and how to basically kind of combat them the best way possible, okay? So I've been suspended from Amazon 3 times now, and every single time, all it really took was a good plan of action, okay? That's kind of broken down in 3 different steps, so I'll answer his question here in a second. But ultimately, it wasn't always the first try. I think the one time, which was the second time actually, was on the first try. The other times it took multiple, adjustments to my plan of action to get them to finally accept me, and then obviously reinstate my account, okay? So you just need a good plan of action regardless if you're suspended. 99.9% of the times there's a way to get your account back, obviously. You just need to figure out what they're actually looking for and then literally regurgitate that to them in your plan of action, right? So Thomas Sosa says, dude, I had to emphasize dude because there's a bunch of exclamation points. So he says, I did the biggest mistake and sold ExtremeRebate.com on Amazon, and of course I got an inauthentic strike. So now my account is deactivated and they're asking for invoices. Is there any way around that or a solution? Is my account lost? Any advice would help, man. Thanks. So totally empathize with you there, Thomas. I've been suspended, like I said, 3 times myself, and I know how gut-wrenching that feels, especially when you start making great money and then you get your account suspended. So first things first is I don't recommend, obviously, since you're saying that you made a big mistake, you realize this, I don't recommend selling cashback or coupon products back on Amazon anymore, okay? You used to be able to get away with that. I don't recommend that now. It's going to come with inauthentic claims, copyright claims, trademark claims, etc., okay? So that's first and foremost, don't resell them back on Amazon. Now, he's asking what to do about this since he's already done it and he's already gotten suspended because he got an inauthentic strike and he didn't, handle it properly, right? So sometimes you'll get suspended immediately when this happens, but quite often you'll just get a strike on your account and they'll ask you for an invoice proving authenticity. So if it's pre-suspension, you just need to give the invoice proving authenticity and continuously send it over and over and over again. So pre-suspension, you need to handle it this way in the video directly above, okay? So, and I'll also drop that video down in the description if you want to finish watching this video for more insight on it as well, right? So handle it that way in that video. That's my 4-step process to handle inauthentic copyright claims, etc., okay? That's pre-suspension if you need to handle it with the claim for Amazon directly and give them the invoice, right? Now, since it says that you already got your account deactivated, what should you do? Well, in that case, you need a good plan of action, and because you didn't necessarily handle it or didn't get the opportunity to handle it pre-suspension, now you're in the post-suspension phase and you need to get a plan of action, okay? So because you're already suspended, it doesn't matter if you didn't do anything wrong, which in this case we already know that you did. It doesn't matter if you didn't do anything wrong, you're already suspended. So Amazon already looks at you as being guilty, right? In a lot of cases, not all cases, but in this case specifically it does, and honestly in most cases. So your best bet is to just own up to it, right? Say what you did, that you bought it from a cashback website or the website specifically that you did. I wouldn't even say actually that you bought it from a cashback website. I would say that you bought it from the seller and then you went to return the item, but they were going to charge you to send it back in for shipping, right? Or something like that. And so you decided to just relist it on Amazon to sell, okay? Boom. That means that you proved that you have the product, you bought the product from that seller, you decided to relist it, and then obviously, you didn't have the intention of buying it and then reselling it right away, when you were doing that, right? So that's what I would say, right? Own up to it, say you bought it from the seller, you tried to return it, but Amazon was expecting that you were going to, pay to ship it back to them. And so what you decided to do instead was just list it for sale back on Amazon under the original product listing, which is actually what you're supposed to do. Then provide them with the invoice showing that you actually purchased it from that seller, and bam, right? Now you do need to structure it with a plan of action like I always recommend, right? So I forget the exact template for that. I'll drop both my plan of actions and my suspensions for inauthentic as well as review manipulation. You don't want to model them specifically, but you do want to take the form of them, right? So I think the first one is like immediate, I think it's a root cause of the problem, right? Is like the first thing, right? Your root cause of the problem is you bought an item from Amazon, relisted it back under the same detail page, and you got an inauthentic claim because Amazon suspected that you had an inauthentic product and you didn't serve them with the invoice in time to prove authenticity or something like that, right? Obviously, you know your situation better than me specifically. So that's the first thing, root cause of the problem. Then the second part is immediate corrective actions, to your seller account to adjust it right now, right? And then the third step is, long-term corrective actions so that a problem like this doesn't happen again. So go watch those 2 videos, kind of get an idea for it, and then model that specific thing. So a root cause of the problem, immediate corrective actions, long-term corrective actions so that the problem doesn't happen again, because that's what Amazon's really interested in. And then the conclusion, summarizing basically why you feel like your seller account should be reactivated, okay? Now, if they don't accept it right away, then figure out what they said exactly in the email when they don't accept it, and literally figure out how you can apply that to your plan and adjust it and send it back, okay? So that's basically my best advice to you. I don't actually do, kind of creating plans of actions for people because it can kind of be a headache for me specifically, and it's not something that I specialize in. So you can do one of 2 things. You can take my advice, or you can simply go out there, which is going to be somewhat expensive, and hire somebody to get your account back as well. Just make sure that they actually know what they're doing, okay? So I don't know specifically if these guys are any good, but I have watched, dozens of their videos, and Rosenbaum and Familaro, I think is how you say it, actually has a YouTube channel as well. I'll drop a card to it up in the right-hand corner right now. If you want to go to them and try to, maybe get your account back through them, they seem, every single video that I watch of theirs, they seem to know what they're talking about. So like I said, I don't know any students or people that I've recommended specifically that have gone with them or what their track record is. But in the videos, they seem to know what they're talking about, and they're lawyers themselves that strictly handle getting accounts back for Amazon. So I really hope that helps, Thomas. I've been there, man. Hang in there. You'll get it back as long as you do that, one of those 2 things correctly. So good luck to you, man. I hope that helps you guys. I also want to announce a pre-launch sale for Online Arbitrage Pro 5.0. Currently, we're in Online Arbitrage Pro 4.0, right? So if you're interested in Online Arbitrage 5.0, which will document 6 proven ways that I use to make money right from my house, right like I'm talking to you today, right? 6 proven ways that you can also do that yourself. You can get in for the pre-launch discount of $397 and save $600 off the purchase price of 5.0, okay? That first link in the description will be a pre-launch link. I hope that it helps. So you guys have questions, I have answers. If you have a specific question you'd like me to answer, drop it in the comment section down below, and I would love to answer it for you. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.